Okay, I want to do a reading and explain two ways of doing the reading, telling of the reading. Okay. Now, one way is you lay out your spread and then you read all of the major arcana together first. You read your pentacles next. You put them together to make your storyline, what's happening. Then you read the mental state, the swords. You put those together to read what's going on mentally. Then you read the emotional, the cups, and read what's going on with that. And then you read also the actions that are going to come out of that. You read those together. Now, the other way of reading it is, and I'll do this with a reading, I've got to figure out a subject. But you read the first card that comes out is the subject matter and the overview of the reading. And then the card which crosses, what crosses things, you read those together. Okay. And as you're doing your layout, you have the cards that are above it. Okay. You read those together. You have the foundation. You read those together. You read the ones that are underneath of all of it. You read those together. Then you read your what's going on now and the challenge. You read those together. And then the last two cards, you read what the past and then the outcome. So there are two different ways to go ahead and break it down and read it to tell the story of what is happening in that reading. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do both styles in this. Now, let's see. I've got to pick a subject. What should we read on? Let's do what's coming up for the next 3 months in this year. Let's just pick what's coming up for the next 3 months in this year. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm just going to use the one deck. I'm not using the oracle and an extra deck this time in this reading, because a lot of people have a single deck. So let's do it this way. What's coming up for the next 3 months? Okay, so the overview of it is people coming together. Okay, so that's what it's about, people coming together. Now, this could be, that more people coming into alignment, but it could also be the separate camps. There could also be that division of those people, but people will be coming together. Okay. So what we have at the center of it is the history, what's being presented. Okay. The emotional things of your history and what is coming in. Okay. Now, what's crossing that is juggling things, the balance of stuff, the history. Oh, we're not getting out of politics, of the political party, okay, of the Republicans, their agenda, okay. Underneath of all that, we have what? The rulership of the Republican Party and people coming together. It could be in the different camps, but people are starting to come together when it looks at the history and juggling all of this stuff when it comes to the Republican Party. Okay. So in the past, we have this illusion, this dark night, the drama coming out, barking mad. I call it the barking mad at the moon card, okay, that's been fueling this. What we have coming up now, monetary and the better life, okay? So it could be this illusions of the better life that they've talked about. We know that parts of the Republican Party are going down monetary wise. They can't keep funding things because they keep giving their money to who? The orange great leader of doom and gloom, the orange messiah of doom and gloom. They keep fueling his. I thought we would get out of political if I did this, but no, we can't get out of it, okay? So what we have above it, again, the mental thing, the people are just done with it, okay? The mental thing that's happening underneath of it, the foundation, they're done with it. They want to walk away. Why? Because underneath of it, what he's selling, the wish-fulfilling card, what he's selling with the monetary thing, I think a lot of people, they don't have money anymore. And we have this guy that says he's a billionaire, and it's like, I want to do a t-shirt that says, peasants, fund your billionaire. Okay. Yeah, the peasants should fund their billionaire, So anyway, what we have, the challenge is the strength of this. How strong is it? The outcome is looking deeper. People are getting, this is amping up, and they're looking deeper into this now in the next 3 months, okay? Ooh, this all major arcana here. Above it, it's our rules, our laws, our regulations, and also what's being birthed, the foundation. Ooh, that's not looking good, is it? A tower moment, all major arcana. So this is a big, big deal coming up, and what's underneath of it all is the witnesses, what's being offered up with the witnesses in the next 3 months. This is a big reading. Okay, so now we're going to break this down and into the 2 different reading styles. So we'll start off with the first one where we read all the major arcana first. So the first card out in the major arcana, we have this illusion, this delusion that is happening. And then we go over here to the strength of looking deeper at what's being birthed, and our rules, our laws, our regulations, and this is a tower moment, okay? So that's a big telling. That is a big telling. Okay, got to put these back in the right order here. Don't want to mix them up. So that's a big telling. The strength, looking deeper at our rules, our laws, our regulations, and what's being birthed in the tower moment. So next we go to the pentacles. And the pentacles, what we had crossing this is juggling, balance of what the Republican Party and the funding, the life, who's got the money, who's, what's coming out with that. People want a better life, and they're looking at this drama. Next we go to the swords, the mental state. People are done with it when they hear this testimonies that are coming out. Okay? This is going to be a big deal. And emotionally, they're looking at above it all, coming together. People are coming together when they hear the history of him having to walk away because of what he's pushing, what he's trying to sell. And people are ready to walk away from that. Now in this reading, we do not have any, there are no wands, no cards about the emotion or what the action is going to be. So those are not in this reading. which is interesting. We have no wands in this reading. Now we'll do it the other style of reading. So we start here with, we read this one and then what's crossing it together. The overview of the reading. People coming together and juggling this stuff, okay? Trying to come to balance. So then what we read next are the outside influences, what's underneath of it all, what he's trying to sell versus what the witnesses are coming forward to say. Okay? So that's what we look at next. The foundation of it is the Republican Party, people walking away, leaving, because this is a Tower moment. Okay? They are ready to exit. Okay? When they hear what's coming up in the next 3 months with these trials and all this other stuff, the witnesses coming out, okay, what's above it all, the history, people are done when they hear our rules, our laws, our regulations, and what's being birthed. So the more that this stuff is coming forward, the history of it and our rules, our laws, our regulations, and what's coming out, by the witnesses, etc., people are done with it. They are just, I'm fed up, I'm done. So next we have the what's coming up now, funding and stuff, and the challenges, the strength of funding. We know that they are losing funding. A lot of Republicans, they've been saying this, that they don't have the money anymore. And then our last two cards are what was in the past and the outcome. They're looking deeper at this delusion and this thing that they have been fed by Trump, and this, the rabbit hole of this drama. As more comes out, I think in these trials, when they start getting and they see the witnesses and they see that, there will be more people walking away and distancing themselves from the Republican Party, because it's the party of MAGA. It is not the Republican Party anymore. So this has been a huge reading, for the next 3 months. We'll have to see how this holds. So let me know what you think about these two different reading styles. Together, I think they really tell the tale of what is happening in more depth. It looks like the Republican Party, people are coming together with either whatever side of the fence you're on. People are coming together and juggling this stuff and wanting to come to balance. And they're looking at what's coming out in the next 3 months, and this will cause some people to leave. This Republican Party of MAGA, it's no longer a Republican Party, and especially with what Trump said. If you give $1, whatever, to Nikki or anyone else, you're done here with MAGA, okay? And the fact that they threw this kid out, who was a big Trump supporter because he took a picture with, I think it's so funny, he took a picture with Alina Abba, and so they knew she had been outed that she lied and didn't have COVID, okay? And that was enough, it was their own actions, and that was enough to say, and this kid's going, look, I've been a big supporter the whole time. Why are you throwing me out? I've done nothing wrong. Well, there you have it. There you have it. He's loyal to no one. He is loyal to no one, and you can be thrown under the bus in an instant. And so people see that. They see the statements he's making about Nikki Haley. They see his disrespect of the court, that he gives up and walks out in the middle of the last testimony and stuff. Okay? Every time I hear that, I see him, what he did when he was overseas and he went past this guy and he pushed him and pushed it, pulled his shirt, and like he's better than everybody. He's such an asshole, okay? Just say it right out. Like I said, he's the Messiah of doom and gloom, the orange Messiah of doom and gloom. And so all of this is coming back to haunt him, and people are going to be coming together and talking about this, looking at the witnesses that are coming up, and exiting in the next 3 months. We'll have to watch and see. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you online.